Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to the English Speaking and Listening Club. Today we have a very special session. We're not just going to learn English. We're going to embark on a journey that explores the deepest corners of hope, perseverance, and the human spirit. I want to tell you a story. It's a simple story, but one that carries a profound message for every single one of us, especially for those on a journey like learning English. It's called The Poor Man's Dream. So find a comfortable space, open your hearts and minds, and let's begin. In a small, dusty village, there lived a man named Samuel. Samuel was poor. He lived in a simple one-room hut made of clay and straw. His clothes were worn and his meals were often just a simple bowl of rice or a piece of bread. Every day he worked tirelessly in the fields under the burning sun, earning just enough to survive. To anyone looking from the outside, Samuel had nothing. But Samuel had a secret. He had a dream. A dream so vivid, so real, that it filled his heart with a light that his circumstances could not dim. He dreamed that he was walking to a distant city, a place of great opportunity. In his dream, a voice told him, "Go to the city of prosperity, and beneath the great bridge that leads to the merchant's square, you will find a treasure that will change your life forever." Night after night, the dream returned. It was always the same. The distant city, the great bridge, the promise of a treasure. At first, Samuel dismissed it. "It is only a dream," he would tell himself. "A foolish fantasy of a tired mind." But the dream persisted, its pull growing stronger until it became an unwavering certainty in his heart. He knew with every fiber of his being that he had to go. And so, with immense courage, Samuel did something that seemed crazy to everyone in the village. He used his meager savings to buy a simple pair of shoes and some bread for the journey. He said goodbye to the only life he had ever known and set out on foot towards the distant city. The journey was long and difficult. He walked for days, his feet aching, his stomach often empty. He slept under the stars and faced storms and scorching heat. People he met along the way told him to turn back. "You are a poor man chasing a fantasy," they said. "Go home and be practical." But Samuel held on to his dream. The image of the bridge and the promise of treasure kept him moving forward, one step at a time. Finally, after weeks of travel, he arrived. The city was vast and bustling, more magnificent than he had ever imagined. And there it was, the great bridge from his dream, standing majestic over a flowing river, leading directly into the busy merchant's square. His heart raced with excitement and fear. This was the moment. He walked to the bridge. He looked around. There were people everywhere, merchants selling their goods, children playing, couples walking. He felt nervous and out of place. He waited until dusk when the crowds began to thin. Then, cautiously, he went beneath the bridge. It was dark and quiet, a stark contrast to the lively square above. He looked and looked, digging in the earth with his bare hands, searching for a chest of gold, for jewels, for anything that looked like treasure. He searched for hours until his hands were dirty and raw. He found nothing. No treasure, no gold. Just stones and dirt. A deep feeling of despair washed over him. He had risked everything. He had traveled so far. He had believed so strongly. And for what? For nothing. He sat down, leaning against the cold stone of the bridge, and put his head in his hands, feeling utterly defeated. Just then, a watchman patrolling the area noticed him. "You there! What are you doing under this bridge so late at night?" the watchman demanded, shining a light on Samuel. Tired, embarrassed, and with nothing left to lose, Samuel decided to tell the truth. He told the watchman about his dream, about the voice, the journey, and the promised treasure beneath this very bridge. He expected the watchman to laugh at him or arrest him for being a fool. But the watchman didn't laugh. Instead, he listened intently. When Samuel finished, the watchman shook his head and let out a warm, gentle chuckle. "Oh, my friend," he said, "you have traveled all this way because of a dream? How incredible. Let me tell you something. I too have had a recurring dream. In my dream, a voice tells me to go to a small, poor village far from here. It tells me to look for a humble, one-room hut with a large, flat stone serving as a step in front of the door. The voice says that beneath that very stone, a great treasure is buried. But I am a practical man. I have a job, a family. I cannot chase silly dreams. I always ignore it." As the watchman spoke, Samuel's eyes grew wide. He knew that village. He knew that hut. He knew that flat stone. The watchman was describing Samuel's own home. Samuel didn't say a word. He stood up, brushed the dirt from his clothes, and looked at the watchman with a new, profound understanding. He thanked the watchman, not for giving him treasure, but for giving him the answer. He immediately began the long journey back home. When he finally arrived, tired but filled with a new kind of energy, he went straight to his old, humble hut. There was the large, flat stone right in front of the door, just as the watchman had described. With a strength he didn't know he had, he pried the stone up, and there, buried in the earth, was a heavy, locked chest. He opened it. Inside was more gold and jewels than he had ever seen in his life. The treasure had been in his own home all along. My dear friends, this story is not just about gold and jewels. It is a metaphor for our own lives, and especially for our English learning journey. So often, we believe that the treasure, the secret to fluency, the key to confidence, is somewhere out there. We think it's in a distant, magical city. We think it's in a perfect textbook, a secret method, a special app, or a native speaker teacher who will give us the answer. We look for the treasure under someone else's bridge. We embark on long, difficult journeys, searching for external validation, believing that the solution is far away from us. But the real treasure, my friends, is buried within you. It has been there all along. Your effort is the treasure. Every time you practice, even when you're tired, you are digging. Your courage is the treasure. Every time you speak, even with fear, you are digging. Your consistency is the treasure. Every day you listen to English, read a little, learn a new word, you are digging. Your unique voice is the treasure. Your thoughts, your ideas, your experiences, these are the jewels that the world needs to hear. The poor man in the story is not poor because he lacks money. He feels poor because he lacks the awareness of his own wealth. He didn't realize that the power to change his life was always within his reach, in his own backyard. You are not poor in ability. You are rich with potential. The journey you are on, the journey of learning English, is not a journey to a distant city. It is a journey inward. It is a journey to uncover the confidence, the ability, and the fluency that is already inside you, waiting to be discovered. You had to take the long journey, the journey of struggle, of making mistakes, of feeling lost, to finally understand that the treasure was within you all along. So, I want you to ask yourself today, where are you looking for your treasure? Are you searching for it under a distant bridge, believing that someone or something else holds the key to your fluency? Or are you willing to look beneath your own feet? Are you willing to dig where you are with what you have? Your English is not out there. It is right here inside you. Keep digging. Keep believing. Keep speaking. Your treasure is waiting for you to find it. If this story inspired you to keep digging for your own treasure, let me know in the comments by writing "My treasure is within." And if you want a community that supports you on this journey of discovery, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Thank you for listening, for your courage, and for being part of our club. Remember, the greatest journey you will ever take is the journey to yourself. Keep speaking, keep listening, and never stop digging for the incredible treasure that is you.